Trojan Philly, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. It's the top of the morning. Listen, I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, I got to talk about Marshawn Lloyd, South Carolina transfer running back that came to USC from the DMV area. Look, we touched on him. You guys know I did a video on the running backs, but I got some footage. I had footage on most of the running backs. I did it on, had some brief footage on Barlow, had some brief footage on Relique, the two freshmen, as well as Austin Jones. All those guys, I love each and every one of them. I think they're all going to be big time contributors to this running back group. But, I'm realizing now, and I'm really realizing, Marshawn Lloyd was a top 50 player when he came out. And we're going to take a look at this footage that he has. But I was reading an article, I was reading some brief information on Marshawn Lloyd coming from PFF, and we're going to take a look at that. Man, Marshawn Lloyd, man, he has untapped potential. And reason being is that, of course, you guys know, as I stated before, he had an ACL injury. I believe it was an ACL injury his freshman year. Really didn't tap into that potential like he could. But then he worked his way into the starting lineup. But then after, his sophomore year, ended up transferring. So he transferred, ended up being the number 3 running back in the transfer portal. And man, look, let's take a look at some of this information that PFF has as it relates to Marshawn Lloyd. And then I want to take a look real quick at some footage. All right, I decided I wanted to go with the footage first, but let's take a look at this footage from Marshawn Lloyd. You're going to see an explosive guy here, man. It's unbelievable when you look at what Marshawn Lloyd is doing here. And just look at his ability to break tackles. And there is a percentage. Marshawn Lloyd, most of his runs come, most of his yards rather, come after he actually breaks the tackle. His yak yards after the catch and yards after the run. Look, this guy will break tackles, and he's extremely explosive. And you guys, I want to know, who does he compare to as far as his running style, his ability? He's a north and south runner. Marshawn Lloyd doesn't do a whole lot of juking around. Straight up north to south runner. He sees the hole. He identifies where to go. And man, look, the guy has a burst that's crazy. Look, you guys hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. But when you look at his ability, you see him there leaping over a guy. Marshawn Lloyd just straight has, just explosiveness to him. Explosiveness. His lower body is super strong. Look at him here, how he breaks tackles. Do you know who he reminds me of? His running style? Look, just pay close attention to him. He runs like Leonard Fournette from LSU, the old LSU running back. He reminds me of Leonard Fournette. And I was wondering, who does he remind me of? Leonard Fournette was bigger. I think he was around 230 pounds, but Marshawn Lloyd is nowhere near that size. But if you look at, he takes the short steps like Leonard Fournette, the short little choppy steps like Leonard Fournette, and his cuts are kind of similar to Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette, I believe, was the number 1 running back coming out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, ended up going to LSU. You guys know, had a pretty nice career, played for Tampa Bay, but his running style, I was wondering, who does Marshawn Lloyd look like? Who does he run like? And it dawned on me, it happened to be Leonard Fournette. Now, here's some of the article I was referring to. Marshawn Lloyd came in of transfer destination at the time was undecided. And you see here, Marshawn Lloyd says, like Ray Davis, Marshawn Lloyd's offensive line didn't create many holes for him to run through. The Gamecocks finished with a 50.8 run blocking this season. This was in 2022. Of course, it says, which ranked 8th worst in the Power 5. Because of this porous front 5, 78.8% of Lloyd's yards came after contact, which was the 3rd most in the country. The redshirt sophomore also forced a missed tackle on 35% of his attempts, the 8th best rate in the Power 5. The former top 50 recruit should look to land with a school. This is before he entered with, committed to USC, land with the school. This will do him more favors up front, enabling him to truly shine. Listen, it's several things I got from this. Number 1 is, let's take a look at this. 50.8 run blocking. You guys know USC had way better run blocking ability than that last year. USC run blocking ability was pretty strong. It was very strong. That matter of fact, that was his strength. And so you're talking about a guy like Marshawn Lloyd that comes with the ability to run the way he does, to move and groove the way he does. But then you have an offensive line that's super strong, and you couple that. That's a potent recipe ready to explode. But 50.8 run blocking. And then the other thing that caught my eye here was because of his porous front seven, 78.8% of Lloyd's yards it came at the contact. And here it is right here. And here it is again. Missed tackles on 35% of his attempts. Look, man, Marshawn Lloyd, baby, a lot better than what a lot of people are giving him credit for. I think USC might have got a diamond in the rough. Not only do we got big time backs with Austin Jones, Darwin Barlow, all these guys, but a guy like Marshawn Lloyd with all these statistics behind his name right now, and then he was a top 50 recruit. I think that speaks volumes as well, man. You guys hit me in the comments. I just want to touch on this, man. This was very interesting to me. I think USC might have something special. Is Marshawn Lloyd that guy? Is he that guy that may send USC and not allow or will keep Caleb off the field? Give Caleb rest from having to try to run, to try to do as much passing and just have a super balanced attack. We were balanced last year when Travis died, but man, you talking about a guy like that. Just from the sounds of that, I mean, you talking about a guy like that, it can really send this thing into another planet, man. And you talking about USC's defense. You guys know I brought you the video yesterday talking about defense. The projected defense. We already know that the offense is going to be explosive. So now the question is, how can we identify things that can stand out within this offense that already, a good offense that already exists? How can we do that? And I think reading this and kind of finding this, man, this really sheds light on a whole new situation when you're talking about USC. USC will have the top offense next year in the country. You guys hit me in the comments. You guys tell me what you think about Marshawn Lloyd. And then looking at his ability to run. Who does he run like? And to me, he runs like Leonard Fournette. All right, so that is Marshawn Lloyd, man. You guys hit me in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, man. Did USC get a diamond in the rough? A guy that really hasn't tapped into any of that potential, being that he had that ACL injury. But look, he looks extremely healthy right now. Every time I see him looking on the social media platform, looking on the social media sites, Marshawn Lloyd looked like he's just always working out, man. He's always loading his refrigerator up with nothing but healthy stuff, man. And I kind of been watching that stuff, man. I watched it all through, even when guys went home. He seemed like he was still staying there and just trying to get it in, man, trying to get better. And I see all the running backs. I've seen Austin Jones trying to get better. I've seen Joyner, all of them, man. Even Barlow, man, I see him working out with a trainer. So this USC running back crew, along with Marshawn Lloyd, it's going to be very, very explosive. And I don't think nobody even understands. All right, so hit me in the comments. Let me know what you think. Does Marshawn Lloyd compare to Leonard Fournette? Is Marshawn Lloyd the next big thing that's getting ready to explode on the scene with USC football? Man, listen, until later on, you guys already know. Make sure you get up, get out, and make some things happen. Listen, make sure everyone that come on, hit that like button, hit that share button, subscribe to the channel. It helps me out. Until later on, listen, everybody stay blessed. Fight on, fight on, fight on.